Hello everyone, Mighty Benaya here, back with the Community 500 game. I took a little bit of a break. I was knocked out of this round, and this week has just been a little crazy personally, so I have not recorded anything until now, but I figured I might as well jump back in and show you kind of what's going on here in the 500 player map. So as always, let's go through the rankings and kind of get an idea of where everybody's at. United Coalition already at 67 points, so really doing rather well. It is day 13, so that's a pretty decent score for day 13. They seem to be in Northern Europe. Diocese, the coalition in North America, is currently placed second. The Ronins, who kicked my butt, are in Central Asia, and they are actually doing really well. So I guess it's not too embarrassing to be kicked out by 7 individuals who are in third place on day 13. Not too embarrassing for me, anyways. Lemonte Salagante, in a similar area in Central Asia. I'll have to check and kind of show you guys what's going on there. They are in fourth place, followed by BGS. Only 3 individuals in this alliance, so something to keep an eye on, as they are in fifth place with 3 members. Then we have the Orient Order, Spartan Order, TBF, and I believe TBF is going to be in South America. We've got Obedori in Asia. We've got the Madhouse. Honestly, this whole map is a madhouse, so it's a very aptly named alliance. Vevictus in 11th place, Intocable in 12th place, and so on down the line with Wolves of Odin. African Frenchies, and then here in 15th place with 22 points, which really is not a bad spot for 13 days in, is our first solo player, and then followed by additional alliance. So I want to check and see where this individual is. This individual is AI. So Pressburg, North Hungary, was removed from the game, I believe. I'm not sure exactly why Pressburg was removed from the game, but this was an individual who, I believe the last video I mentioned that they might have been removed. There have been 50 some odd players that have been removed from the game for one of a couple of different reasons. All like this round rules violations, things that they wouldn't normally be removed for, but because there are special rules for this game, they were removed from this particular round. So let's go ahead and take a look and see. England seems to be in a little bit of a mess. Munster, Ulster, East Midlands, a lot of capitals are down. So it seems that 2 individuals still have capitals in the UK, and I think Ulster, okay, this is also Munster, Cornwall, and Yorkshire. I think Yorkshire might not be part of that alliance. I'm not entirely sure, but, I meant to turn the fog of war off. Give me just a moment to do that. I do not display the fog of war. There we go. I'm not sure if Rudman is part of this alliance or not, but there's a lot of battle going on in this area, so it'll be interesting to see who comes out on top. I do know that there was an alliance up here. As we move farther south, let's look at Spain. Really, we only have 3 individuals left in Spain. A lot of morale issues, a lot of conquest happening. There is 1 individual who was removed for violation. And then in France, we've got a handful of individuals and a lot of real messy, sorry about all that. A lot of real messy conquest, right? Between probably several different alliances up here. We've got a couple of AI up here in the Netherlands. And in Italy, it seems like things are moving a little bit more orderly. It looks like there are 3 southern Italian coalition mates that have slowly pushed up north. Then we have a couple of AI in Eastern Europe. Save Colorado, I remember you. Over there over by the in Eastern Europe, north of Scaredy Cat in Greece. And then as we move over here, it's interesting to me that Boot Brigade in in Turkey hasn't made a lot of moves. They've made a few moves, but nothing really huge to speak of. Then let's move into Africa for a little bit. A little bit of conflict going on up here in Tunisia, but not really anything very large until we get into these conflicts in South Africa. So I know South Africa has some interesting borders to start with, and this has just made things more complex as the game has grown. As we move up here into Central Asia, this is where the 2 coalitions are. So I don't even remember. Oh, I was right here. Right? This was all my space, and I was taken out by this player, this player, this player, this player, right? So they have used my land to conquest a little bit, and then I believe Albiter 1 is in the 2nd placed alliance, and there's a lot of conflict down here with between those 2 alliances. I don't know that it's between those 2 alliances, but there's definitely going to be either they're working together, or they are, it's going to be a Cold War. They're vying for control. I don't have vision anymore, or I would take a look. But it wouldn't really matter, because if I took a look anything more closely than what I'm doing, I wouldn't post this immediately. As we're moving into Asia, a little bit of conflict up north, but really most of the conquest is over here near Japan. And then as we go farther south, a lot of these players were several of these players were removed for violations. So a lot of conquest able to happen easily in Australia. It'll be interesting to see who the final individuals are in Australia. Then as we move to South America, a lot of conquest over here in the eastern side of Australia. It looks like there's a little bit of coalition play. Anytime you see, let me move back over here. Okay, anytime you see just this mix, right? You don't see one nation taking all the territories. It's one territory here, and then it's borders, and it's kind of like an island, and then there's another territory, and then you'll see more ahead. That's always coalitions working together to slowly take territory, or sometimes not so slowly take territory. When you see one individual who's expanding significantly, let's say like Power It, right? All of this, it's all solid, and he's expanded north and he's expanded east. So you can see the difference when there's coalitions, and this looks like coalition play a little bit to me. But then you've also got Cutthroat Connor slowly moving his way up and doing some battle, maybe with the coalition. And then as we look up here in North America, we do have several more AIs. It's really sad to see all these individuals go AI. Sometimes it could be because they have lost interest, lost their ability to fight significantly. But a lot of it, unfortunately, is due to misclicks and due to removals for potential wolf packing. That is a discussion that is happening on the Discord, and I encourage you to weigh in with the question that is on the Discord on how you think the rules can be better written. That is all that I have for now. Just a general look at the map, what's going on. Again, the number 1 team right now is United Coalition, and they're going to be in Northern Europe. But things can change fast. It's only day 13. It'll be day 14 in about 14 hours. So I encourage you to, if you are playing in this game, keep playing. If not, stay tuned. I'll try to have more updates as we progress, it probably won't be as consistent as I was at the beginning, because things happen really fast in the first few days. And then as things kind of solidify a little bit more, you'll have big wars, but we want to kind of see who are the big players. And we don't really see the big players right now. We see that Europe has a lot of players left, Africa has a lot of players left, but really Asia's got a lot of players left, and the Americas are fairly dead. I want to be generous when I say that. There's just a lot of players that have gone AI. There's a lot of capitals missing. And so that's not to say that individuals who are in the Americas aren't competitive, but there are a lot of players missing from those areas. And so we probably won't see much action there in the near future. But who knows? If there's a group of players that band together, they might be able to knock out that AI and threaten the rest of the world pretty quickly. So we'll see how it goes. That's all that I have for now. Soli Deo Gloria, and I'll see you next time.